What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Noah J here, back on your screens with another video, and welcome back to the Lock-In Podcast. If you guys have been here before, hey, hi, welcome back. If you guys haven't, thank you guys for joining us. You're gonna love it here. As you guys can see by the title, today's topic that we will be discussing will be fake friendships. Yeah, y'all, I got some things to say, and y'all should already be getting excited based off the title because, baby, fake friends, we go get into it, girl. But before we get into that, y'all already know I gotta bust y'all out with a little disclaimer real quick. All topics and everything discussed in this podcast is my personal opinions, thoughts, and viewpoints only and are not intended to hurt, harm, or offend anybody watching. I am open to any and all feedback and no negativity will be allowed, period. Also, make sure y'all leave a like on this video. Make sure y'all leave a comment down below. Make sure y'all subscribe. And make sure y'all hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time Noah J pops up on your screen. Y'all thought I was going to forget that? I didn't put it in the video, but I put it in now. All right, now let's get back to the video. Also, y'all, make sure you follow my social medias on the screen and in the description box below. All right, y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight in. All right, y'all, so as I said, today's topic is going to be about fake friendships, you guys. And, y'all, this is a big issue, specifically in the younger generation, because we experience a lot of problems with friends nowadays, with friendships, and it's very hard for us to make friends. Also, I feel like the younger generation, some of it, like, we feel like we need friends, and sometimes we attract the wrong friends, and sometimes we surround ourselves with the wrong people and think that they're our friends, and they're really not. So, kind of want to talk today about just fake friendships and what that consists of, and how to carry yourself in a toxic / fake friendship. All right, guys, so jumping into my first talking point, choosing your friends wisely. Y'all, this is a big issue that I feel like a lot of people have, but you have to choose your friends wisely. You just have to, because you have to be very careful with who you consider a friend. A lot of the problem that I see within the younger generation is a lot of people meet these people within like 1 or 2 days, or you meet somebody new, y'all chopping it up, things like that. And then 3 or 4 days later or a week later, you're like, oh yeah, this is my friend. We super close, this, then a third. Maybe that's not your friend. That's an associate. Like what? So, I feel like choosing your friends wisely is very important, because you don't want to be friends with somebody who doesn't have your best interest in mind. And you don't want to be friends with somebody who doesn't care about you and is not going to be genuine. Because a friendship, to me, guys, is supposed to be like, a friendship is not a hard thing. If you ask me, it's not hard to be a friend. Some of y'all don't know how to be friends, and we're gonna get into that, girl. But a friendship is supposed to be like two people who get along, who might not see eye to eye all the time, but they get along, they enjoy being around each other's company, and they just have a very genuine and nice relationship. That's really what it's supposed to consist of. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't understand that. Also, guys, you have to be very careful with what people's intentions are, because everybody is not around you for the same reasons, and everybody's not around you for a positive reason. I know I personally experienced people have came around me because they wanted to get something out of me. People have came around me because they wanted to, mooch off of me, or they wanted to be around my specific friend group and things like that. So you just got to pay attention to people's intentions, because if their intentions are not genuine and supportive, that's not somebody who you want to be friends with or who you want to involve yourself with, if that's the case. So I say all that to say, y'all, choose your friends very wisely. Don't consider everybody to be a friend, because everybody's not. Be very picky about your friends. Like, don't just consider anybody to be a friend. Like, it's okay to be picky about being your friends. Don't be friends with everybody. Don't be considering everybody to be your friend, because some people really just need to stay at an associate's level. Like, everybody is just not a good friend, and you guys just have to be very careful of that. And I feel like that's something that the younger generation really struggles with. They struggle with making friends. They struggle with maintaining friendships, and they struggle with like picking and choosing who their real friends are and who real friends aren't. And just got to be very careful of that, because everybody's intentions are not good. So that's not somebody you want to be friends with. So just be very picky and be very mindful of how a person moves, what their intentions are, how they interact with other friends, how they, move as an individual and as a human being before you consider them a friend, because they may just be an associate, and that's okay. So y'all, that brings me to my next talking point. Paying attention to a person's actions / how they move, which I kind of touched on this a little bit. Guys, it is very important to pay attention to how a person moves. It is. Because we live in a generation where people move very funny nowadays, and people move very weird, and people move with no grace and no class, period. People's actions always speak louder than their words. Words mean nothing, because people say things and then don't follow through with them, and then people also say anything out their mouths and their actions never follow through with what they're saying out of their mouth. Therefore, your words mean nothing, because your actions are not aligning with your words, so it doesn't mean anything. It's very important to pay attention to how people move and pay attention to how people navigate through their lives and things like that, because the way a person moves will decide whether or not you want to be around them or not. Because y'all, I know, like, for me and from what I've seen, it is very hard to make friends in this generation, like I said, because people move very weird and funny, and people like to switch up, people like to dial back and double back and all of that, and they like to move with no grace and no class, and they want to start treating you weird because of something that's happened in their life, or because of, like, it's many different reasons as to why people move different, y'all, but people don't keep up the consistency of how they want to move. And also, some of these people don't even know how they want to move, which is why they move so weird. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know the type of friend that they want to be. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Some of these people don't even know how to be friends. Some of these people don't even know how to move the right way in a friendship. You feel me? So if you don't pay attention to a person's actions and how they move, you are setting yourself up for failure, because you're allowing them to play with you, and you're gonna end up getting your feelings hurt, messing with somebody and not knowing how they move. Because you gotta pay attention to stuff like that, especially nowadays, y'all. You gotta be on guard. And I hate to say that we live in a generation where you have to be on guard, but especially in the younger generation, you just do. You literally have to be on guard and be on your P's and Q's 24/7, because you just never know with people nowadays. Somebody can be your friend one day and switch up the next day and be talking behind your back, talking about you to, everybody around the school, telling your business. That's another thing, y'all. Be careful who you tell your business to as well. Like, that's what I'm saying. You gotta pay attention to how people move. You cannot trust everybody, y'all. Everybody is not your friend. And you can't tell everybody your personal business, because, like I'm saying, y'all, people will switch up so quick. And just don't tell people your personal business at all, unless it's like your immediate family. But be very careful about telling your friends your business, because every single friend doesn't need to know your business, and everybody can't be trusted with your personal business, especially stuff that's really, really personal about you. Keep it under your hat. Keep it between you and God or your parents, because telling everybody and letting everybody know they can't be trusted. They're going to go and tell your business to the whole entire world and put your business on social media, blast you on social media. You just don't want to set yourself up for that. Trust me, I've been there. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Just got to be on guard, guys. I hate to say it, but you guys just really have to be on guard and pay attention to things like that, because people are so cruel nowadays. People are so weird. And people just don't know the definition of being a friend, especially in the younger generation. Y'all don't know how to be. Y'all don't know the definition of what being a real friend is. Y'all think that being a real friend is just like, oh, me supporting my friend, or, me going to clothes shopping with my friend and hanging out. Like, no, you should be able to trust your friend. You should be able to support your friend. You should be able to have a genuine and authentic relationship with somebody you consider your friend, especially y'all who become some of these friends y'all best friends. Like, that's a whole nother story, girl. But you should be able to trust that person. If you are friends with somebody and it's not a genuine friendship, this person is talking behind your back, you're talking behind their back. If y'all can't address when y'all have an issue with each other, and y'all can't, trust each other and respect each other, that's not a friendship at all. Yeah, y'all, just be very careful of that, and just pay attention to how they interact with their other friends, because honestly, how a person interacts with their other friends will tell you a lot about the type of person that they are. And just like I said, y'all, in my first talking point, be very picky about it. Everybody don't need to be your friend. And then you don't need a big group of friends, guys. You really don't. You need like a good 2 or 3 friends is good. A lot of y'all be trying to be friends with everybody and their mama, and it doesn't work like that. The more friends you have, and the more people you have in your circle, the more drama it's going to cause, and the more mess that it's going to cause, and the more people that you're going to have to pay attention to. Like, you don't need that many friends. You just need a good 2 or 3 solid people, because you don't find that easy nowadays. So if y'all can get 2 or 3 solid people, or 4 or 5 solid people, keep those people solid, and keep your circle small, y'all. Keep it very, very small. You don't need everybody in your circle, and you don't need everybody's energy around your energy, because I might be different, but I can't be around just anybody. I can't be just friends with anybody, because I can't have everybody's energy around me. And some people bring around negative energy around y'all, and that can affect y'all in many, many ways and make you negative. It can make your spirit negative. Like, spirits definitely transfer, so you got to be careful who you let in your circle, in your space, and who you let get close to you as well. So jumping into my last talking point for today, keeping your circle small and ending toxic / ingenuine friendships. So, y'all, I kind of already touched on keeping your circle small, but like I said before, y'all, just keep it small. Keep it simple. Get those solid people in your life. Keep those solid people around. Keep those close bonds around, but don't expand your circle if you don't need to, and then don't expand your circles of people who don't deserve it. Don't give multiple people chances. Don't expand your circle to the wrong people. And really, you don't need to expand your circle at all. But keep your circle very, very tight. Don't be letting new people in your circle if you don't want to. And if you are going to let new people in your circle, make sure that it's the right people. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with the right people. I think that it's important to surround yourself around everybody, around different people, because you need different views. I don't think you should just only be around people who you feel comfortable with. But I also feel like when it comes to friendships, you need to only be friends with people that you can trust, people that are genuine, and people that are going to add to the positivity and the positive affirmations in your life. You don't want somebody who's bringing negative energy into your circle and things like that, because that's not going to help you, and you're going to get irritated and tired with them. And it's 2024, y'all. We're not doing no negative energy. I'm not keeping no toxic energy, no bad vibes, no bad energy around me. No, I want real and authentic people around me. And y'all should have real and authentic friendships and keep those people around you. Period. As far as ending toxic friendships / ingenuine friendships, y'all cut them off. Cut them off. If the situation is that bad, cut them off. Because y'all, like, I used to be quick to cut people off, and I don't even like call it cutting off. Sometimes you just have to distance yourself for a while, it depends on the situation, y'all. It really depends on the situation and your friend and the type of person that you're dealing with. I used to cut people off really, really quick. And I had to learn that I cut off some really good friendships, y'all, just because I overreacted in situations. And it's not a regret, everything happens for a reason, but I definitely wish if I wouldn't have overreacted in some of those friendships, I probably would have still had them, or it probably would have like ended a different way. But I definitely wish my friendships didn't end the way that they did, because the situation really wasn't that bad as I thought it was in the moment. So be very careful, y'all. If you have a problem with your friend, if there's an issue, make sure y'all discuss it respectfully, respond well, communicate well, and make sure that you handle your issue with the issue. Like, don't be trying to handle your issue talking to everybody else and their grandmother about. If you got a problem with your friend, go and tell them that. Like, don't sugarcoat it. Don't sit over here and try to like wheeze around the topic and wheeze around the issue. Like, no, bring up the issue, say how you feel, and leave it at that. And y'all can't have a conversation or see eye to eye. Maybe y'all just need to reconvene at a later time or whatever the case may be. But if it gets to the point to where like they're doing like hooking up with your man or talking behind your back a lot, or y'all arguing every day, just end that, y'all, because it's 2024. We don't have time for the mess. We don't have time for the drama, and we don't have time for the ingenuine and toxic people. Like, that's not how a friendship is supposed to be. So if you guys have friendships like that, don't try to give people too many chances. You get one with me, because if somebody can screw you over once, they'll do it again. So don't be giving out multiple chances and trying to fix things with people who don't want to fix things with you, or with people who just want to like keep that drama going. Like, that's so negative, that's so toxic, and that's so low vibrational, and we don't do that over here. Okay? But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to bring some real awareness to this topic. I really didn't have to say much about fake friendships, because I feel like we all kind of like we all should know how to navigate through negative friendships by now. It still is a thing, but we all have had our share of fake friendships, especially in the younger generation. So I feel like some of us know how to handle it, some of us who don't. But for the ones who didn't know how to handle it or don't know how to wease their way, like, if it gets toxic and ingenuine, cut it off if it's that serious. Like, and don't try to force the friendship to come back together. Don't try to fix it or anything. Like, you just gotta let stuff be, y'all, because it's just like, it's not worth it. So just let it be. If y'all can reconvene and come back at a later time and fix things, great. But if it doesn't happen, then move on. Because, honey, we growing and we prospering and we living life in 2023. We're not doing the mess and unnecessary drama. Like, no. But y'all, that is all I have for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Lock In Podcast. Y'all, this is my 6th episode of Lock In Podcast. We've been consistent and we've been getting on it. So I'm really, really glad that you guys are still loving the podcast, that you guys are continuing to support. And yeah, we just gonna keep grinding and we gonna keep dropping for y'all, period. We're 6 episodes in now. So, period. If y'all haven't tuned into the other podcast episodes, make sure that y'all do. I have a whole playlist in my YouTube channel. But yeah, guys, that is all I have for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this topic. I really hope I shared some good information with you guys and brought some light to this topic. And I hope you guys learned something. And yeah, I hope I was able to bring some awareness to the people who may have been unaware of how to handle friendships and how to navigate through fake friendships and stuff like that. You don't navigate it through your girl. You cut it off and you move on, because that's what we do. But make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow my social medias in the description box below. And remember, lock in or lock out, period. And I will see you guys in my next podcast episode. Bye.